Maria was a humble hotel cleaner working at a prestigious five-star resort nestled in the heart of the city. She had a routine that had been carved out of years of experience, a swift, efficient work ethic, a quiet manner, and an almost unnoticeable presence. Her uniform, the pale blue blouse and beige trousers, blended into the bustling hotel environment as she made her rounds. The staff and guests hardly ever paid much attention to her. After all, she was just a cleaner. It was a sunny afternoon when Maria's life took an unexpected turn. She was pushing her cleaning cart down the long corridor on the second floor when her phone rang. It was a call from her mother back in Mexico. The conversation was in Spanish, a language Maria held dear to her heart as it connected her to her roots and her family. She stepped to the side of the hallway, making sure to stay out of the way of the few guests passing by. In the middle of her conversation, she didn't notice the tall, well-dressed man walking towards her. He was the hotel's most prominent guest, known for his wealth and influence. Mr. Lucas Hawk, a millionaire tech mogul whose company was the driving force behind several global innovations. His presence in the hotel was nothing short of regal. And as he passed by, he couldn't help but overhear the melodic sounds of Maria's Spanish, carrying the warmth of her tone and the loving words she exchanged with her mother. To Maria, it was just a normal call, an everyday moment. But for Lucas, it was something different. He stopped in his tracks for a moment, intrigued by the language, the emotion in her voice, and the connection she seemed to have to her family. In a world dominated by business meetings, quick exchanges, and cold interactions, Maria's warmth struck a chord with him. The next day, Lucas sought out the hotel manager to ask about the cleaner who had spoken on the phone. He had never seen such a stark contrast between the wealth and efficiency of the luxury hotel and the pure, genuine connection Maria had with her family. Lucas was taken aback by how something so simple could be so impactful. "Find her for me," he instructed the manager, his voice firm but thoughtful. By afternoon, Maria was summoned to the hotel's executive suite. She had no idea why she was being called. She hadn't done anything out of the ordinary. When she arrived, Lucas was seated at a large desk, looking out the expansive window that framed the skyline of the city. "Ms. Maria," Lucas greeted her with a smile, his deep voice carrying an air of authority. "Please have a seat." She sat, cautiously, unsure of what to expect. The room was a stark contrast to the cleaning supplies and mop buckets she was used to. Everything in the suite was sleek, modern, and elegant. The soft hum of the air conditioning was the only sound besides the occasional clink of silverware from outside the room. "I hope I didn't interrupt your work yesterday," Lucas began, his eyes meeting hers. "But I overheard you speaking with your family on the phone. It struck me. I wanted to know more about you, your story." Maria blinked, taken aback. "Sir, I'm not sure what you mean. I was just talking to my mother like I always do. It's nothing important." Lucas shook his head, smiling slightly. "It's important, Maria. Sometimes the smallest moments have the biggest impact. I think you have a story to tell, and I'd like to help you tell it." Maria felt a strange sense of disbelief. This was a man who could probably buy anything in the world, someone who didn't have to take notice of a simple hotel cleaner. Why was he so interested in her? "I'm not sure what you mean, sir." "I'm just a cleaner," Maria replied, her voice almost shy, but proud in its simplicity. Lucas leaned forward, his hands clasped on the table. "It's exactly that, Maria. Your simplicity, your honesty. There's a raw beauty in the way you live your life. It's not something that can be bought or replicated. I want to help you, if you'll let me." Maria's mind raced. She had heard of stories where wealthy people took interest in the lives of the less fortunate, but they often ended with disappointment or exploitation. She wasn't sure she wanted to take that risk. "I don't understand, Mr. Hawk," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "What is it that you want from me?" Lucas smiled warmly, his demeanor easing. "I don't want anything, Maria. I just want to offer you an opportunity. Perhaps I can assist you with your dreams, whatever they may be." Maria was silent for a long moment, the weight of his words sinking in. She had always dreamed of a better life for herself and her family, but she never thought it would come from a conversation with a millionaire who had overheard her on the phone. What kind of opportunity? She asked, her voice now a mixture of hope and skepticism. Lucas stood and walked over to the window, gazing out at the sprawling city below. Perhaps it's a business venture. Maybe it's an investment. But more than anything, I want to show you that there's more to life than what you see around you every day. I believe in people like you, Maria. People who have heart, who are driven by something other than just money. Maria's heart raced. This could be the chance she had always dreamed of. But was it too good to be true? She didn't want to make the wrong choice, but she couldn't deny that something in her gut told her to trust him. Maybe, just maybe, this was the opportunity she had been waiting for. I'll think about it, she said finally, her voice steady despite the chaos of emotions inside her. Lucas nodded, a smile playing at the corner of his lips. Take your time. But remember, opportunities like this don't come often. As Maria walked out of the room, her mind was filled with questions, doubts, and a growing sense of possibility. She had come into the hotel that morning expecting another mundane day, but now her life seemed poised on the edge of something far bigger than anything she could have imagined. If you want to hear more of Maria's story and find out where this unexpected journey leads her, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Expect stories that will inspire, challenge, and change your perspective.